Hey everyone, I just thought I would get on today and share about hearing his voice as a prophet, as a prophetic person. Hearing his voice, or as it's called, the NABI flow. And so that is where words will bubble up and gush out. That's the understanding of NABI. NABI is to gush forth, to pour out. It's like a river going, blah, 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 and it's like sometimes it's like, where did that come from? And that's one of the ones that requires confidence. It's something I have had to grow better in because it's kind of confronting and you've got to release control a whole heap more. And so NABI flow is one of those places where it just comes up, comes out straight from the spirit, and his spirit connected to yours. And you just say it. And a lot of the time you don't remember what you've said, and people will say, if it's not in a place where people are recording it or somebody else is listening to it, they'll go, what did you say? And you'll go, I can't remember exactly what I said, sorry. And a lot of the time that will happen to me in a closed context with people that I'm sharing my heart with, or other people are sharing their heart, and it'll just come out. It'll like out like that. And so that's that NABI flow. So hearing his voice is sometimes like a still small voice inside your head, or you feel like you get a word. There might be a word picture in front of your face, and you'll run from that word, run forward off that word, basically. Maybe you'll get the word if you're giving someone a prophetic word. Maybe you'll see a word, you'll hear a word, and it'll be, I don't know, jog. It's a really bad word. Let's try a different one. Mighty. Say you hear the word mighty. And instead of saying, I hear the word mighty, because remember, we're trying to be mature. We're maturing as we go. Hear the word mighty, and you'll say to the Lord, what does that mean for this person? Because mighty can mean anything for 5 million people. You could give the same people the same word, mighty. You could hear the same word for 5 different people and get a different interpretation from the Lord every time. You could hear the word mighty for one person, and it could say, you could say, what does that mean for that person? And he could say, tell them that they are a mighty man in my hand. And then you could go to somebody 3 people down, and you'll hear the word mighty. Now you may second guess yourself because you'll be thinking, I heard the word mighty before, and mighty was for that other person, and I already know what that, like, you could say the same word to that person without even thinking about it. But if you say to the Holy Spirit, I heard that before, is that me or is that you, Holy Spirit? And if he says it's me, and you say, well, what does this mean for this person? I can guarantee you he'll give you something different, or he might give you the same word, because that person also needs to hear you are mighty in his hand. But the whole point is to actually be listening to what he is saying to you. It's about hearing what he is saying to you, hearing the words that he is speaking to you. It's all about that intimate connection. And so that's the important part about all of these things, is about drawing close to him and hearing what he has to say to you for that person that's in front of you, or for the nation, or for a people group, or for those sorts of things. And so as you move along, you'll understand better, you'll practice it more, and it will become easier for you to know, okay, this is that. But you need to ask the Holy Spirit to keep stirring these things in you, test me in these things, train me in these things. That's a place where we need to be trained by the Holy Spirit, all those things. And that's all I've ever been. I've only ever been trained by the Holy Spirit. I've been to lots of prophetic schools, I've been to lots of prophetic courses, I've been online in amongst other prophets, which has also honed me and also trained me. But the best place to be as a prophet is to be honed and trained by the Holy Spirit daily, day in, day out, every time, every moment, because that is the place where you will grow.